Okay, so this installation has been very interesting. As you can see, what we've got here is a granite wall, so none of the joins are the same. So Jeff, do you just want to have a look or lift up the stair nosing on your right? So you can see that what we've had to do is cut it, but also use a grinder to grind the actual stair nosing into that shape. Now, Jeff, just before you put that thing in, what I want to do is, can you just lift up the stair nosing for me for a minute? That's red tape. You turn it over. What you'll see, just turn it over, Jeff, is, no, other way, is that it's the stair nosing itself comes with the holes, but in order for us to install it on this carpet, because it has an underlay, we need to punch it. So we've put holes through the tape, double-sided tape, and what we're going to do now is actually just put some chalk through each of those holes. And you have to make sure that the actual holes from the back of the stair nosing into the tape are fairly generous in order to put your, in our case, we're just using blue chalk, through the holes, because we need to see where to drill without pulling the carpet thread, which is very, very important. So what Jeff is going to do now is gently lift up the actual stair nosing, and you should actually be able to see some blue chalk marks on the carpet, which you can. Now, Jeff, can you just show us the tool that you're using now?
Hole punch.
Okay, so that's actually a hole punch designed for carpet, where we're going to punch a hole through the carpet. And that gives us a hole with which we can fasten the stair nosing through to the actual step. I'm just got to make sure that it has gone through to the concrete. This is an interesting installation because the actual riser of the step is actually made out of jarrah, and we've got Broadloom carpet on the tread. And right on the very edge of the actual tread, we've got smooth edge, because that's what's holding the Broadloom carpet in place, and it has made our job very, very tricky. At times, we've discovered that we've actually hit the smooth edge. And Jeff's continuing to punch holes. Very important that you don't pull the carpet, because you'll just get a run on the thread. Good. All right, so all of those holes have been punched. And now the next step is to line up the stair nosing with those holes that we've just punched and put in a pilot hole. Okay, so what Jeff's going to do now is remove the stair nosing, because we know that the holes have been drilled into the right place, and they're a pilot hole, and now we're going to use the Okay, so pilot holes were done, and now we've actually drilled with the much bigger drill. So what we've got here is Jeff is now going to put in the plugs. In this particular installation, we have found that we've actually had to use a combination of red and green plugs because the concrete underneath the step has been very flaky. So far, so good. All the red ones are fine for this one. Okay, great. So now what we're going to do is get the stair nosing into position. Jeff is actually using a bead of Sudal adhesive. I think that's just going to go on the top of the actual Jarrah riser, purely to ensure that there's no movement whatsoever on the actual step itself.
Sudal.
Yeah, Sudal adhesive, the best. So Jeff's going to gently position this stair nosing in place. And just push it down firmly. Now we are in a position to finally use the right screws and drill the stair nosing onto the step.
These screws are not good.